Can you authenticate a Louis Vuitton bag by simply scanning it with your phone? If you have had this question, stick around because I am going to tell you what I've uncovered to try to help answer this question. Hi, my name is Rachel and this is Lex on the Low, where we talk all things about having a luxurious life while sticking to a realistic budget. If that is something that you enjoy, then I hope that you stick around, subscribe, like this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. I don't believe in buying all of my bags firsthand from the store. That obviously would not allow me to stick to a realistic budget. I do not have money like that. And even if I did have money like that, I would refuse to spend it all just at the store of Louis Vuitton. Okay, so then the next step to that is if you're wanting to buy a bag on the secondhand market, how do you authenticate it? Do you have to pay someone to authenticate it, or can you literally just scan the bag with your phone and you know it's authentic? I wanted to answer that question for you guys because I did not really find anybody talking about this and I wanted to know it myself. So this is what I've done. When it comes to Louis Vuitton, everyone knows that if you don't know, I'm about to tell you, but they put chips, NFC chips, in their bags starting in 2021. Any bag before that had a date code, but ever since 2021, they have NFC chips in them. And this is something that when you take it to the store, they can scan it and they can then know that your bag is authentic if you're wanting to do repairs or something of that nature. Now, you cannot just take a bag that you're wanting to buy into Louis Vuitton and say, hey, scan this and tell me if it's authentic. They're going to look at you and say, no, we're not going to do that. They will not authenticate bags for you because they do not want you to be buying these bags secondhand. I have one Louis Vuitton bag that I bought directly from the store, okay, that I scanned, and I bought that this year. And then I have a Louis Vuitton bag that I bought from Rebag that was individually authenticated, and I scanned that. Then I have a bag that's a Capucine's bag that I bought from a luxury, like a store here within my state that resells luxury bags, and they had authenticated the bag, so I scanned that. And then I have the Neverfull bag that I bought and I authenticated myself, and I scanned that bag. What information did I get from scanning these bags? And how can you use this to potentially help you when you're authenticating a bag yourself? The information that I received, it is important to know that when you use a certain scanner, it provides different information than what other scanners use. And this was one of the questions that I had. Is this the same for any scanner you use? NFC scanner? Whatever app you use, is it going to provide you the exact same information or could it be different? So I tested this by using two different scanners, and the information is similar, but then it's also different. So for the scanner that I used for all of the bags, I used NFC tools. And you can scan, this is a free service where you can scan using this app, but if you're wanting to save the information, then after like saving so many of them, you have to pay for it. But it's a one-time purchase of whatever. It's $2 or $3. I'm not sponsored. They have no idea I'm using their app until now, if they are even paying attention. So this is not sponsored. This is just the app that I use that I found. When I scanned my bag that I bought directly from the store, it said, as the tag type, ISO 15693. And then the technologies available are the type of technology. It says type V. And then it provided a serial number. And the serial number is EO163C. And then it just provides a whole bunch of more numbers. When I scanned the Capucine's bag, it had the same tag type. So ISO 15693. Same technology type, and then it started with EO163C, but then the rest of the numbers were different. That trend was the same with my pumpkin bag that I got from Rebag. Same tag type, same technologies type, same first three of the serial number, and then the rest was different. That was also the same for my Neverfull bag. So all four of these were the exact same when it came to tag type, technology type, and the first three things of the serial number that I provided you, and then the rest was different. Knowing this, does this mean, oh, okay, now as long as it follows this pattern, it's authentic? Not necessarily. So the first question that I had to ask was, okay, well, what about if because I don't know anything about this app. So I said, well, what if I scan something else that has an NFC chip? Is it going to read the same? Is this just something that the app does? Anytime you scan anything, it's going to give you the same exact information. I did not know. So I scanned some things around my house that have NFC chips. Things that have NFC chips other than luxury bags are anything that is like tap to pay. Any credit card will have an NFC in it that has tap to pay. AirTags have tap to pay. Your phone has tap to pay. Your Apple Watch has tap to pay. There's a lot of different things available that actually have NFC in them that allow for you to scan. So I scanned an AirTag. And the ISO was different. So ISO 7816, the technology type said unknown, and completely different serial number. So that was a good sign that, okay, something that's different is going to scan differently. I did the Apple Watch, the Disney park card. So I scanned it from there. Completely different ISO type and technology type and different serial number. I am confident now that the fact that all of these NFCs that I scanned in these bags were the same technology type and that they had the same first part of the serial number, that is a better sign that, hey, this may be a way for you to help authenticate a Louis Vuitton bag. Is this just for the specific scanner that you're using though, and what does that mean? So then I used a different scanner. So I just downloaded another app and I scanned the same bag, just one of the same bags, which was the pumpkin bag. And for that, it did have the same ISO type. So the ISO was 15693 still. But the thing that was different was that the ID was different. Completely different ID or serial number. And that's the thing, is know that these actually cannot read the true serial number that is associated with your bag. So when I bought my bag from Louis Vuitton, I got on my invoice, it told me what the RFID serial number was for that bag. And that bag serial number was nothing like the serial number that I received by scanning in this bag with either of the scanner options. So know that that serial number is not going to be the same. How do I feel that this technology is useful? I think it's another way for you to help authenticate the bag. However, keep in mind that I am not able to rule out if bags that are mere replicas, like one-to-one replicas, the ones that are like, $400, $500, they could easily put an NFC tag in that bag and then write it with this information. They could scan an authentic bag, get that information from an authentic bag, and then take that information and write it into their chip so that it looks to be authentic. Okay, so I think that what could be helpful with regard to this information is if you know the bag was made after 2021 and you try to scan it with an NFC reader and it is not scanning, that is a red flag to you that that bag is not authentic. Okay, that is how I would use the information. Not to rule in or say without a shadow of a doubt, oh yes, it scanned, it has the same ISO type that I just told you, it has the same technology type as I just told you, and it has that same serial, first of the 3 serial number, this must be authentic. No, I would not look at it that way. I would look at it as this is a good sign that it may be authentic. And these are the other things that I'm going to look at. Do they have any paperwork to prove authenticity? Have they already gotten it authenticated by someone else by taking pictures? Does the hardware make sense in what it's supposed to look like? Does the quality of it feel like it's supposed to feel like? And if you really don't know, do not spend the money until you know for sure or without a shadow of a doubt that this bag is authentic, okay? what I would recommend is this is a way to rule out a bag. If you know, like I said, that it was made after 2021 and nowhere can you scan it, you automatically know that bag is not authentic. If it was made before 2021 and it's a Louis Vuitton bag, well, it's not going to scan because they were doing date codes at that time. So you'll have to use different information in order to authenticate that. I hope that this video has been helpful because I couldn't find this information anywhere. So I wanted to provide this information to other people so that you know how this can potentially be helpful in you authenticating bags that you're buying secondhand, because we are spending, good amount of money on these things. And we want to be making sure that we are not wasting our money on inauthentic items. I hope this was a helpful video for you guys. I enjoyed making it and trying to tease out and figure out how this information can be used. I hope you have a luxurious rest of your day, but I hope you're able to keep it on a low budget.